You're probably logging into your cold email sending platform daily. You're checking campaign stats, responding to messages, moving to subsequences, just overall clicking around. Here's the thing though, that is all manual work, and manual work does not scale. What if your AI could do all of that work for you? So you could just focus on the high level strategy stuff. Not just pull stats, not just report, actually create campaigns, respond to leads on your behalf, measure campaign stats daily, weekly, monthly, and suggest actual changes that are going to benefit you in the long run. That's what we're building today. I'm using the SmartLead MCP, but you can also use the Instantly MCP for the same result. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It's essentially how an AI agent can work with a specific tool. Think of it like giving Claude access directly into your SmartLead or Instantly account, just like you would be operating it as a human. Let's take a look at this and let's visualize it. So this is what MCP gives us today inside of SmartLead and Instantly. It allows us to go from Campaign Builder to having a total inbox outbound copilot. Using the MCP, we can essentially create a campaign. We can get lead stats. We can check the inbox, we can see the replies, we can physically reply to particular leads, and there's so many more use cases that you can do with it. As an example, what I do is I have a cron set up that looks at all of my inbox health scores daily, and based off of the health scores, it actually automatically adjusts the warm-up ratios based off of its current health score. So this is great that we can do all of these wonderful things with the MCP server. Let's see what this looks like in action. So what I've done is I've prompted my OpenClaw bot to create a campaign inside of SmartLead for me, assign inboxes, and then assign leads to that inbox, which you can see right here. So this campaign is literally something that I just prompted my agent and it created directly inside of SmartLead. So the MCP demo AI outreach chest off of a single 3-line prompt. So if I click into here, you can see that it assigned the email account inside of SmartLead. It assigned me as the lead inside of SmartLead. So this is what the actual campaign copy looks like based off of my one-word prompt too. You can see that it follows best syntax practice as well. And I've actually created a skill for my OpenClaw agent to write campaign copy. The only minor fix that I would do in this particular campaign is there is an EM dash, but pretty good. It looks like it also missed a syntax right here as well. So especially when it comes to campaign creation, it's not perfect, but it gets you about 80% of the way. So just be very careful and just pay attention and make sure there's always human in the loop as you go through and set up these MCP servers and these agents. But other than that, assigning inboxes, creating sequence copy, and assigning leads to the campaign, fantastic. So how can we take this even a step further? So I want to take you back to Excalidraw and talk a little bit about a heartbeat system. Essentially what a heartbeat is, it's a cron. And a cron is a task that happens every set amount of time. So in this particular case, what's happening is every 30 minutes, our AI agent is waking up, the MCP agent, and what it's looking for is replies in SmartLead. Now, why do we want this? Well, we want this because it's going to be able to identify leads for us as fast as possible inside of SmartLead or Instantly's master inbox. So what it's doing in this 30-minute time frame is it's looking for any new replies that have come in. If there's no new replies, it's going to go back to sleep and then it'll wake up in 30 minutes again. And if there are new replies, what it's going to do in my particular case is it's going to send me a text on my phone and it's going to say, hey, client or prospect XYZ has gotten in touch with you. How would you like to respond to them? Right? So we have human in the loop here, and this is just to be a little bit more safe here. So I can either text essentially what I want my response to be, or we can even go further with this. And as you know, in Instantly and SmartLead, there are subsequences. And essentially what a subsequence is it's like if you get a common response all the time, you send a prospect into a subsequence. Like if somebody says, hey, I'm not interested, maybe what we want to do is cool that person off for 30 days before we reach out again. We can actually instruct our agent to say, hey, this is a not interested reply. Let's move them into the subsequence. And you can even go another step further by having your agent auto categorize subsequences for you and move them into your behalf. But that depends on how much trust you want to give the agent at the end of the day. So once I send my text back, the MCP agent sends the reply through SmartLead, and that person now has the response that I created. So the benefit of the heartbeat system is it lets you get so much faster in responding to leads. So how do we actually set up the heartbeat system? Well, there's two main ways to do it right now. The first way is you need to have an OpenClaw agent. A lot of us probably don't have an OpenClaw agent. The second way you can do it, and the most user-friendly way, is inside of Claude Code desktop, there's the new scheduled tasks function. So all you would have to do is download Claude to your desktop, go into the Claude Code section here at the top, hit new task, and then what you can say is you can say SmartLead 30-minute heartbeat. Create the description for yourself. You can say something along the lines of, this is my agent that checks the SmartLead MCP every 30 minutes. And then from there, you just tell exactly what you want it to do. I want you to use the SmartLead MCP to look for new replies that come from my campaigns every day. If you want to do it on specific campaigns, you can even do so. And then I want you to get in touch with me if anything new has come. And I want you to wait for my response for how to deal with that particular response. The only caveat here, particularly with the Claude scheduled tasks, is your computer always needs to be on for this to actually work. So very easy to set up. If you want me to do a tutorial on doing the OpenClaw setup version, I'm more than happy to do so. Or if you actually want me to show you how to install the SmartLead MCP directly, let me know in the comment section below and I will do that. So what does this look like in practice? Your phone buzzes. New reply from prospect XYZ, founder of a company that you've been trying to sell to for a while. Full email thread right on your phone. Claude could have already pre-drafted a response for you. All you need to do is make a few tweaks. You say, looks good, make these last few tweaks, and you hit send. The prospect then receives that email back for you. And this is just the beginning. As you start to build this out on your own, you can chain and you can connect these MCP tools to other things. Like you can connect it to your calendar. You can connect to LinkedIn campaigns and do this on LinkedIn. The possibilities are endless. You just need to use your creative skills with AI in order to make it happen. The world is changing at such a rapid pace. So if you like what I showed you today and just doing a quick overview demo, like and subscribe. And if you want more information on how to install these MCP servers for yourself or how other people are using them and seeing a lot of success, you can join my free Skool community in the description, where you will have access to all of this information before everybody else to help you grow in your own business. So good luck out there, and I look forward to hearing your feedback.